There was a few challenges in building the set. One of them was just bending the wood around the forms, because I wanted to make all of the sets need to be really lightweight and be able to transport easily and get through doors, and so this was the same case with this one, and using the light wood that we did and bending it around the forms was challenging. But the biggest thing was actually wanting the page to really read as a page, to not see any wood grain, to not see any filler, to have it be really smooth. And how we did that was actually covering the form with paper, really large sheets of paper, and then all the things that we had to do to, you know, paper the book, which was in itself very challenging and took all of us to do it.
One of the things that was really challenged us in doing the Nutcracker was the shape that the figures were in. They were quite damaged, and more extensively damaged than they might have first appeared to us. Like, oh, well, that'll take a little sanding, a little painting. But in fact, you know, there were broken arms, broken legs, broken heads. Things had to be epoxied and filled and sanded and refilled and resanded and given base coat after base coat until they could be painted. And so that turned out to be a much larger endeavor than we anticipated originally.
I have so many, you know, as I aspects of this window that I like, but for myself it was challenging. This was in many ways my biggest challenge, because I actually had to do a lot of illustrating and a lot of painting and try and make them look fresh. My favourite part was probably the Rat King being carried off by his little mice, and I also like the two little mice running off the page at the end, you know. So as an artist, you know, it's like as an illustrator, they worked for me, you know. It's like it sort of flowed. I struggled with some of the other images, but with those, I was pleased with them. You're never happy, but I was pleased.
For me, the greatest thing about this one was creating a blank slate for Matthew to do his illustrations and painting, and for Denise to make these amazing characters and put them into the book in these different places. So for me, it was creating the form and bending the wood and putting all the pieces together that would make the book. But really, it was these guys that, you know, added all the details.